right. Ms. Blair, it's obviously you're still very angry.
Because how dare she say that? How dare
Okay.
she say it's no evidence?
It's my turn to talk. It's my turn to talk. I gave you an opportunity to speak. As a mother, one of your primary responsibilities was to protect your kids. And in that respect, you failed in the worst possible way. There's nothing that can be done at this point to change what happened.
True, that's why I'm asking for life.
I know. Thankfully, that house of horrors that you created is no longer in existence. I do pray that your remaining children
They will.
will recover
They will.
from what they saw and endured in that household. What struck me as rather unnerving was that you stated that your kids got it better than what you had. I fail to see how that's possible when you're still here.
You're talking about
here.
the deceased children?
No. Let me talk. Despite what happened to you when you were a child, you had the opportunity to grow up.
True.
You had the opportunity to become an adult. You had the opportunity to make your own decisions with respect to running your own life. And you were blessed with 4 children. Stoni and Stephen are never going to have that. They don't have those same opportunities. And when I think about all of the possible joys that they could be missing out on, one thing that strikes me as the greatest tragedy here is that they will never know what a life is like without experiencing fearing their mother. They will never know the joy of what could have been in their life without having you in it. They lived in terrible fear of you. And I find that just so sad in this case. After all is said and done, you imposed the death penalty on your own children.
I did.
And you readily admit it, and you want to take responsibility of it. You're therefore sentenced to the Michigan Department of Corrections for the rest of your life without the possibility of parole, meaning, of course, that you will never get out. You will receive credit for 115 days. You must pay $60 DNA fee, $136 state costs, crime victims assessment in the amount of $130, court costs in the amount of $1,300, attorney's fees in the amount of $400. These are not consecutive sentences because you weren't advised of that at the plea-taking procedure. Since this was a conviction by plea, though, ma'am, you have the right to file an application for leave to appeal your conviction.
I don't need any of that.
Okay. With the Court of Appeals, I still have to advise you. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you and furnished with the necessary transcripts, and that request must be made within 42 days.
I tender
And, Your Honor,
Oh, go ahead.
with
We were going to address it after. Mr. Harris, go ahead.
I am tendering to the court the appellate rights and wrote in the signature area refused and put my initials.
Okay, and that's fine. The people still have remaining counts in the information. Go ahead, Ms. Goldfarb.
Your Honor, with regard to the information, the people would move to dismiss without prejudice count 2, count 3, or no, excuse me, count 2 and 3 are what she'd like to. Count 1, count 4, count 5, count 6, count 7, count 8, count 9, count 10, and count 11 of the information. And again, we are moving to dismiss without prejudice.
No objection.
Of course. All right, motion granted.
You can step back.
Thank you.